need. So what I am saying is, the layers of employability are different. There is a layer which is top, which requires certain specifications, and there is a layer next to it that requires little less but more practical, maybe knowledge of environment. Now, in engineering graduates, what they found was lacking was the lack of communication skill and lack of some technologies. Also they found in their studies that what they lacked was the content of understanding the cultural part of the ethos of the place. And they also, technology is lacking. So therefore, we should forget about the employability, but we should teach well, so that not only teaching and training makes them employable, but also the definition of employable should be 2-3 levels. It should not be one level. You can't have one jacket to everyone to wear. So in a large country like India, we have to think in a multi-dimensional way. It cannot be in unidimensional. Then we have to see number 2 challenge which we have is what are the contents we are teaching. We have to undergo a very sea change in the contents of teaching. Today's content of teaching will undergo vast changes. Look at the software which are being applied now. The coders jobs which are coming in the process of technology, information technology, IT and other, and the cloud technology which is now growing. The platform technology in computer is going to be less and less. Is more being taken over by something else. So this is why these changes which are coming world over through technological changes, these have to be grasped. These have to be absorbed. I remember when I founded Foundation for Organizational Research in Delhi, I introduced in MBA a course of cross-cultural management. We first time in this country started teaching Chanakya. We taught Buddha. We taught other from there, not Buddha, his spiritual philosophy, his management skills. Look at that. Buddha had a lot of management skills. How many Anuyai, the students, he created thousands, billions of them, and how he trained them. It's an educational university. Universities, millions of universities, which can match Buddha himself and his teaching. For example, I always tell my students, they ask sometimes the question of how would you train? I say, how Buddha trained. One horse trainer, he came to Gautam Buddha. He said, sir, how do you train your disciples? They are very disciplined, but they are very happy. They are not complaining. They are very good. How do you do it? Buddha said, gentlemen, I do the same way as you do it. He said, but I train horses. I said, I train men. That's all. No other difference. He said, but if you do, a horse does not behave properly, what do you do? He said, I just give them a little lash and he starts behaving properly. He said, even then, if he doesn't behave better, what do you do? He said, then I give him a hard lash. He said, that also will not work sometimes. So he said, I kill them. I take out a rifle and shoot them. So Buddha said, well, I do this. He said, you are non-violent. How do you kill a human being? He said, I ignore him. I don't deal with him. It is a spiritual death. That's what many people get. So, it is not necessary. You kill a man, he dies his own death. But especially he is no more for you. So Buddha was a great trainer. He is a great educator. So I thought in Foundation for Organizational Research, which is acknowledged now all over the world, that it changed the way we were thinking on management teaching. We changed it. We didn't follow or copy Indian institutes of management. We challenged them. And we said in fourth that we will follow our own system, Guru Shishya and all. We will introduce first time yoga. There was no Ramdev and Bodhiji. We introduced it because a band of professors, my colleagues, we developed systems, management systems along with these Indian systems. We were not discarding Indian philosophy, we followed it. So contents can change. Not only technology, spiritually, content will change. Your knowledge of East, Guru Shishya Parampara, we tried. It's not working. The mentor-mentee relationship, the way we thought we were introduced in India, so again, Guru Shishya, it is name by name Guru Shishya. You don't have the passion to do it. You must love what you do. Steve Jobs produced Apple. He was a great man. He said beautiful thing. He said you can do great work if you also do it what you are doing with love. And you know when you love a work, love your job, love your studies, you can do much better because you know, your heart knows when you have love. That is required of teachers. Where do I get such teachers who have that passion and love for teaching, love for students, their growth, their development? I used to tell my students, when you become gurus, I become Mahaguru. I want you to become something. All of you. You should be job creators, not just job seekers. No? Clear? So let's take the next challenge. Third is the need of creativity, the need for developing intellectually, technically, ability to produce new things, innovation. America today is leading the world, not because you will say it is rich, its economy has not. How its economy has become what it is? It is due to intellectual contribution of innovators. When I went to Washington, went to see, to the sea, I found a statue. So I asked a gentleman, what is this? I thought some political leader. Wow, his statue. This is a man who invented wheel of the ship. In the ship, in those days, they used to wheel to steer it. It's the man who invented that. That's a country which respects inventors, respects competence, respects intellectual ability and genius. This is needed in India. We don't have it. We have lost that. Our civilization had it. Indian civilization, Indian philosophy, Indian culture, and all this respect for competence, merit, ability. Art is going on. It has to be realistic. That's a challenge for technological management education. That we have to deal not only with new contents and new technologies which are coming, we have to respect people who are producing, creating, doing their work very well. I would honor, in fact I would like to honor all people, all our students we used to honor. We should honor our teachers who are doing a job better than anyone else or producing results which are beautiful. I must say they should be rewarded and honored. Some people say teachers are paying much. Payment is not a problem to teachers. The teacher's contribution is a problem. How much you contribute. So these are 3 or 4 issues which to me they appear. But today, although I say there are 70% faculty in some of the central universities and rest are managing with 60%, it's a great shortage. And that also with the current rate, according to UGC and the government, 25.6 today's rate of ratio of student and teacher, which should be not more than 15 or 20. So there is a big gap between supply and demand. We have to get off of this. And my friend, our Vice Chancellor Saab, he has a great role to promote. He like him, his colleagues in this country. They have great role in promoting such educational institutions that they produce people who give innovation, creativity. We bring in our contents and syllabus. There is no, I have not met. There are people in some institutions, they are teaching what? They are teaching role play, this, that. These are known technologies in management. New things. आपने किसी ने निकाला? सोचिए. We produced in 4 स्वाध्याय चक्र. That was a system which we felt we lack experience. We produce people with the books, they don't have experience. We want people with experience. You can learn much more by experience than simply by seeing the projection or the PowerPoint. So we put groups at the MBA, first year. Say, these are groups. Now you are Swadhyaya Chakra. Go yourself. These are the topics you choose and do your research. Come back and present to us. Then the students will come to us. They will say, Sir, kisko mile, kya kare? Sir, we don't know. This is your task. This is your objective. You find your way. It is like this. When you say you want to teach swimming, throw a man. Don't try to give him a lecture. Throw him. He will learn swimming. So I tried that. Very successful. These boys will go. They will go to some companies. They say, we want to study your structure, your organization. What do you produce results? How do you do that? They produce reports, which my faculty couldn't do. I was surprised. And they came, and we had, after one meeting of all the groups, the premium was, that will be first, which is most innovative. So some people presented the whole thing with a kind of drama. That a role, a man is coming, he is a comedian, the other is coming, he is this. They are presenting the whole thing in a drama. It was very nice. They are learning all the principles of management. They learned like this. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have a lot of experienced people, our Vice Chancellor and principals and directors, Dr. Kank also. I am sure these days, 3 days, 4 days, after even this event, you will think about it. Please do write to me. I am compiling another book on this, how these people think, where we want to go. So I have, the book title is Explorations of Third Eye. ये तीसरी आंख की तलाश है. मेरी एक तीसरी आंख की तलाश है. आपको तीसरी आंख पता है क्या है? शिव जी की एक तीसरी आंख की थी, पर वो तीसरी आंख डिस्ट्रक्टिव थी, क्रिएटिव भी थी. उसमें खूबी है. It is both destructive and creative. Shiva's third eye. So I call that book Explorations of Third Eye, Managing India Creatively. So I want you all to help me to put I will put your point in that book, and I hope it will be useful for people who will read after me, as I have now only few days left. So before that, I will sum up this today's discussion to start. I'll say Neetu Agarwal, she recited a poem. I like it because she knows I like poetry. So I will quote a poem for you, all those who discuss now. Josh Milyawali, an Urdu poet, Jawaharlal Nehru loved him, but he went to Pakistan. But he wrote a beautiful. He wrote that ही जान है चश्मे पस्ती में रुफ़त का नोश्ता पढ़ने. ही जान है चश्मे पस्ती में रुफ़त का नोश्ता पढ़ने को, एक धुन है तरक्की करने की, एक जोश है आगे बढ़ने की। I wish you all best.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable deliberations. We are obliged to have Professor T.N. Singh, Honorable VC, MG KVP, as the chief guest of today's program. Before encashing the opportunity of listening his valuable speech, may I have the opportunity of giving a brief sketch of his achievements. Professor T.N. Singh is Independent Director, HPCL, Department of Earth Sciences, IIT Bombay. His research areas include natural and engineered slope stability, rock blasting, rock mechanics, engineering geology, waste dump and rock environment, ground control, and CO2 sequestration. Professor T.N. Singh has held many positions from research